As many of you know, I do a lot of liposuction. It's my practice, what I specialize in. And up until now, I have not been a supporter of anything to non-surgically, non-invasively destroy fat tissue. Liposonics is the first system that I'm really putting my support behind and my trust in for my patients. I do think that that is a machine that works. It's been used around the world for a number of years with a lot of good data supporting its effectiveness, and it was recently FDA approved in the United States to target and thermally destroy fat. And I've decided to incorporate it for those patients who really would prefer a non-surgical option to liposuction. Liposonics is a form of focused ultrasound. It's very different to some of the other modalities that are out there, such as cool sculpting, where you're basically freezing it, or other things that have been used. It is focused ultrasound that penetrates deep into the skin and really destroys a precise, and this is what I like about it, it's very precise in how it works, a precise layer of fat at a precise depth. It sort of smart bombs that fat layer. And so what it's doing, this is a little example. If you're looking at the side of the skin, this line over here represents the skin itself, and this represents the layer of fat itself between the skin and the underlying muscle. You know, we're dealing like with liposuction or liposculpture that I do, you're dealing with a layer of fat between the skin and the muscle. And what Liposonics is doing with the thermal ultrasound is it's penetrating into the fat layer a certain amount and destroying a strip of fat, a layer of fat, and bringing that fat layer down. And usually one treatment is going to result in this type of reduction of the fat layer. And when you do it circumferentially around the whole abdomen or the flank area, you'll typically get about a 2.5 centimeter, about an inch reduction in the circumference, which is pretty significant for a non-surgical, non-invasive procedure.
Today I'm having my procedure, the Liposonics, and I'm a little nervous, but Dr. Amron has made me feel really comfortable about this, and I have confidence that he's going to make me look even better than I do now.
Liposonics, like liposculpture surgery, which is, of course, I do a lot of this, is still a procedure that takes judgment in terms of where to target, and in a way you are kind of sculpting. You're contouring and bringing areas down, and you have to have a very good eye in terms of what you're trying to create and where to do it and this and that. So there is an artistry and judgment that takes place with this procedure, which I really like about it.
I'm hoping to achieve more confidence after the Liposonics. My midsection has always been my biggest concern because that's where I carry most of my weight. So I'm hoping to just get a slimmer look and continue working out and eating healthy to just reach my goal for my dream body. I have recently lost 30 pounds, and most of that weight was in my midsection. But there's always like that last few pounds in the fat that's in the center of the pouch, and a lot of women have trouble with the love handles, and that's where my concern is.
So I want to make clear that this is a non-surgical alternative to liposculpture surgery for people that really don't want to do liposuction and don't want to undergo surgical procedure first. With this procedure, like liposculpture surgery in a way, you really are destroying fat tissue. I think it is the first alternative I'm putting my trust and faith behind that I feel can deliver.
He's not one of those doctors that just brings everything new that comes out into his practice. He really wants to believe in something and make sure it's going to benefit his clients as much as possible. And that's why he brought the Liposonics in. And he's done over 3,000 surgeries in liposuction and has had over 20 years of experience with this. And for me that was really important because all of his pictures show how much proportion he makes with his clients, and he's an artist.
Because I have years of experience with liposuction and revision surgery and understand all the ins and outs of perfecting that procedure, I'm also going to be able to tell if a person is really a better candidate for liposuction surgery by myself, or maybe liposonics is another alternative. If somebody is valuing patients that doesn't have that experience, I don't think it's going to have the same degree of specificity in terms of that person doing that procedure for the right reasons.
I went with the non-surgical route because with my lifestyle, I'm a full-time student and I work full-time. I can't afford to take a few weeks off to recover. And since there is no downtime with Liposonic, I felt like it would suit my lifestyle.
Liposonics is a system that you can do one treatment and get a significant improvement with just one treatment. They say pinch an inch, 1 hour, do one treatment. It really is true. So I really feel it does deliver for patients that don't want to do surgery.
As of right now, the Liposonics, I'm thinking I'm just needing one treatment. but I'm going to see how it goes, and if I end up needing another one just for a little bit more of a touch-up, then yeah, I would come back.
Okay, so what'd you think? How was it?
It went well.
Not too bad, huh?
Yeah, I was expecting it to be a little warmer, and it wasn't that. It just was tingling.
Yeah, that's what most people say. It will generally work in about 2 or 3 months. It doesn't work right away. You may get a little bit of light bruising with it. You may have a little bit of light swelling. The procedure itself is fairly tolerable. You usually feel some heat under the skin, a little bit of tingling feeling. You pretty much can resume normal activities. I'd probably wait till tomorrow to start really exercising, just resume a normal diet, and then I'll see you back in a couple months. We'll get some photographs, do some measurements then, and then take a look at the improvement, okay?
Sounds good.
Great. Who's really a good candidate for LipoSonics? You know, it's not for everybody, but a good candidate is somebody who has stubborn, disproportionate areas, who has a moderate layer of fat. It has to be about an inch that they can pinch, about an inch thickness of fat. I think if somebody's very overweight, they're just not going to see the improvements from something like LipoSonics. For that type of person, they obviously need to lose weight and get in shape, and also consider surgical liposuction. But for the patient who falls in a range of an inch or more of fat that's not too thick of a layer of fat, LipoSonics is a good alternative. Great. Any questions?
Nope.
Okay.
Thank
Great.
you.
Bye, Dean. I'll see you in a couple months, okay?